Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
How are you doing?
Good morning. Thank you. I'm very good. I feel well. I think.
You still need to draw a bit closer to the microphone.
Okay.
Yeah, you just need to draw a bit closer to it. Yeah. Grateful. So, but let's start off first with the ruling yesterday by the court that you would have to be in court on a regular basis, on daily basis. What do you make of that?
Well, I think basically it's an intimidation process. I haven't seen any criminal trial that an accused person or suspect is being arraigned before the court on a daily basis. So we all know that it's an executive influence on that matter. So I'm not worried about that. I will still be able to manage my campaign.
How are all of these issues shaping up your campaign towards the by-election itself on 27th?
You know, I think the people of Assin North very well understand the circumstances and situations I'm going through. They also understand that the fight is not about me, it's about them, the well-being and the development of the... in fact, it's very surprising and strange to me that we preach one thing and we do the other. We talk about democracy, but we don't respect the choice of the people. This we all know in 2020 December, I want this election fair and clear. And then there's been maneuvering due to the imbalance, the status of the parliament or the legislature right now. They all understand that if given the legislature numbers, if one side of the party was higher than the other, in other words, let's say NDC or MPP had 140 and the other had like 135, we won't be facing this. It is the situation of the House, because for the first time in Ghana's elections we had 137.
Yeah.
You know, but in a true democracy, you work with consensus. You build consensus. You work with the other side. In fact, Ghanaians spoke that they don't want one party rule to control, like give and winner takes all. That is why they gave us that mandate.
Yeah.
But it seems as though they don't want to respect the people's choice, and they will do everything to maneuver to reduce the number. So to me, so long as my people stand strong behind me, I'm not perturbed at all. I'm very strong. I'm in a whole different level of spirit right now.
But what exactly have they been telling you, the constituents? What have they been telling you, build up to the by-election?
Well, I mean, I'm sure since you've been around, you've heard it. People are saying, even if you're thrown in jail or you are arraigned before a court, if there's a by-election 10 times, my people are going to stand behind me, so long as I know. This is the assurance they've given me. So, I mean, in terms of people's support, it's very strong.
Now, we understand also that for the 1 year that you have been out of Parliament, you were still able to do some more projects that people feel that if you had been given the opportunity to sit in Parliament, you would have done more.
Yeah, you know, I came with one purpose, and the purpose is to help the Assin North community develop. I mean, in Central Region, we have 23 constituents, and out of the 23, we rank number 22 in terms of development. It's a very underdeveloped, deprived community. So this is what focused my vision and attention to come back home and try to help. I mean, is it a crime to come home with some experience and knowledge to come and help build your community? So for that reason, they also see that, you know, there's been so many administration back and forth who basically do not really care. A true leader or a true member of parliament, you go through the challenge, you review the challenges in the community. You see, and then you try to address it as best as you can.
Yeah.
You don't wait. I mean, this is, sometimes it's just strange to me that people don't have to go beg the government for development. You should see the size of any community, and if they need, let's say, toilet, you put it there. If they need a clinic, you put it there. People shouldn't be using their hard-earned resources. The resources we have for this country is for everybody. It's not for one individual or for a group of people. And that's what really, and this is what you hear outside, that African leaders don't take care of themselves, their population. You know, I don't have to be a member of your party before you support me or you give me amenities. At the end of the day, if we develop this place, as you all know, there's MPP, NDC, there's all different, classes of people. We do a project, we do it for everybody. Look at it. Look at the situation right now. When I was in Parliament, 2021, I raised the issue about Breku Town roads. I talk about it so many times. Our water system. It took a by-election before they put machines on to do the road. That shouldn't be the case.
Did that come like a surprise to you? Were you surprised that they did that?
Yeah, I just don't understand the mindset of how they run the system here. People, there shouldn't be, you see, as a government, you shouldn't be expecting a reward before you do something. To me, I raised the issue about Breku Town roads, and even the areas that were not part of the contract, I graded them myself, hoping that the government will finish the roads. Since 2018, some people own their shops there. The shops were broken down. Some even died. And now, suddenly, you have all the resources to come and do the roads. We welcome it. We appreciate it. But this is not the timing. Who does roads in the raining season? June, July is the heaviest raining season in the country. Drive through all the country. Where do you see construction going on roads? But if that's their choice, if that's how they operate their system, we welcome it. If they don't finish it, I come in, I'll finish it.
Now, there is this worry among the constituents that if you take a look at what happened in Kumewu, for instance, where we heard about monetization, your opponents are likely to woo the people with money. Are you worried about that too?
Not at all. Not at all. Assin people are way beyond that. I've already told them, any money they bring here, they should take it. They deserve it. It is the money that they should be using to develop this place that they have kept for themselves. So if now their eyes are open that if they don't do some development in Assin and they are not going to vote for them, and they want to bring some of the money to share among them, I'll tell my population, take it. In fact, I went to some communities and I said, I would even disguise myself and come take some and give it to the chiefs and elders. But the people know better. If you give me 200 cedis, am I worth 200 cedis for 4 years? If you are giving it to me and you're doing some development, then I can see that, yeah, you're being kind to me. Nobody, anytime you give something, any gift to someone, and you have an expectation back, it's no longer a gift, it's a bribe. You buy in the person's conscience. And I've seen now people will not allow their conscience to be bought.
Great. Just a quick one before we can switch to the fancy language. Mine is so bad anyway, but I'll try as much as possible to put something together. Now, almost the entire leadership of the NDC is in Assin North. I understand even the flag bearer is in Assin North as well. Does that show some sort of love and support for you? Of
course. I mean, you can read between the lines. It's not, if they didn't believe in me and the performance and the vision I have for Assin North, they will not be behind me. You see, you don't, and also that even explains all the gimmicks they're playing in the courts and whatnot. Maybe I may be blind, or maybe I may not understand the system, or maybe I'm just not in tune. So are you telling me all the rest of my supporters don't understand what's going on? You don't follow somebody who's going down the drain, right? So they know for sure. To me, I said it. Even if they want to give me a bedroom in the court, Assin will still wait for me. If they want me to see me in court every hour, which means I can't leave, they should give me a chamber to sleep there. I'm still going to stand strong and tall and fight for my people. So for JM and Mahama and those guys, they all understand. They all understand what I want to do for Assin and what I want to do for Ghana. Why are we frustrating our own kind? Places like China, Indonesia, Singapore, we don't even understand why these places have developed. China was a rice field 30 years ago. Look at them today. They actually paid money to send their people to the West to study the technology, system of administration, and bring it back to develop their places. Only Africans. We sit here and we want to control our own people. It's like we are back to the colonial system. In fact, even the colonial leaders were better off the way they laid infrastructure and other things. So I'm not worried about what is happening here in terms of if people see value in you, they're going to throw their support behind you. The people of Assin North, my political party system, the hierarchy, they're all behind me.
Anyway, so Honorable, just let's switch a little bit. Like I did mention, I would have to eat some fancy kinky this morning before I can be good in fancy language. But Mepacho, then I'll catch who constituents.
Oh, sir, Omodia, Medicain, Akachromo say. A banner me buy no. My man for Joe Quayson. Omonti the Maba. I think last time I had an interview, somebody asked me, Obi Bisami say, and she say, the air winning and winjai. Now, she say, beyond me. The air, you see, so one leading the papa. So when your opportunity and a vision, so we lead a group of people to some form of Yahota. Ontiasi. I want people in Crawford to say Mandela no. Na Kwame Nkrumah no. Kwame Nkrumah was in jail. What I say? My father, my papa catch me. The same people here people for penny for no. And the Amkosha bro for nechi say. Yebetu aba. Ye omade any Omama Prime Minister no. Amkosha bro for nechi say yan lock no jail. Nechi say the popularity akofom. In fact, Nkrumah da jail near to Abamana, and no winning ye in the pui. And to me, the side the Omo Yanakran and Yano Mementi Omo case craft.
And how?
Crack. So long as I have these people behind me, so long as I'm a constituent people are behind me, the Omo Yano, Nkrumah Tamachi. What does it? Miniha Cromba to Abanama. That is the level because the Omo who say. You may dear and I'm point to ambassador de Bano. And ya me home faso. A woman home faso. Shankara go in your school. Obia we SS non in number. Obia we DSS on Yashin ye. I was here ban ye to be in Korani be called Teachers College, nursing training, a be called Army, Police, Migration. And Koranans or my way JSS and I be concerned, you don't see and son, Jumaniadi. So what is it? O my Mutimono. Protocol ban Makoton. What's the sense of that? Who ni power how we hear more? Now cotton 100 can 10,000 cra 10,000 by 3 months where dear we. Now so the ma what the boa Caribbean or boa dachi. What is or boa crana dachi or no benya baby agina or the aquarium non so their family. Ne mama ne papa wo fie ne ahokyere obetumi abehwe. Ni nua bia wie GSS no person okoto aso na so odi police wo Cape Coast na Kumasi obetumi akotana ne nkyɛn no ato aso. Na wo je wo ton 10,000 waji. Na wo de wo hwɛ wo de na waji ankrofo ma de. Under my watch se Jokwesi meme ba. Sa de ne nsi. Me kura me pe bia kan. Na semblance ma won on say me ba ye to aba wie dia so me in wia first appointment me ba samre ho e sika bia wo ho afọ so bia me so mo sha se nhwehwe nto because ye di scan be adwuma wa Assin North ye individual na ye de ma wo
afi ye hu say court cases bebe egu so ene ye hu say court ka say on daily basis umbra court and how
me court asaba fia be adwuma
say 27th ube
dakra ye to abakra ba ye ma me kokko mento abasen pool na ye start tambe how many pa na yakofa no ntimi to abama no me Gyakye me to abama me others and before you start election voting kra no before you start the voting the kra me leading one vote others and then the chair say me di ka to ma me ho what you say ono ntimi to ma no and nti enya de ha me omo pa da ye to abakra na ye fam court na court ye so kwa the whole day na atran so omo ya me omo ka 17 the whole day so na obi na fi omo yi omo cover kra mo so at yes see a schedule time obeko 11 to 1 mafia an makwa no pa me ba me sabe and that time me ba me sa for 5 communities you know what I mean because they mean a lot to me that na ju me ba me for 5 communities yes.
So just hold on a second. Let me pick some messages. Some people have been reacting, and I hope that you can also answer some of the questions they are asking. So this one from Tomla from Mankroso says that the shameless harassment of Gyakye Quayson and the MPP's manipulation of the judiciary are just too nauseating. Even the cases of Nam1, Quayson Yantechi, etc. are not being heard on daily basis. Others like Charles Bisu, Ken Oforiata, and then others who have engaged in serious corruption are walking free. The good people of Assin North will show their anger and disappointment in the MPP and the courts by voting massively to retain Gyakye Quayson to continue his great work for Assin North. So that's one message. Alright, so a few others are watching online. Precious Agbenya says you are going to win, period. Very eloquent. Good morning, James Gyakye Quayson. Agbodaya Bernard on Facebook says Ghanaians are behind you. God bless you, Wezo TV. And then Assin North people are way beyond monetization. Honorable Quayson, God will do it again. Assin North voters, please let all that you are saying about Quayson translate into votes. Abdul Rahman Safiu says Ghana needs people like you to fix this country. God bless you. Abdul Rahman Safiu again says by the grace of Allah you are going to win this contest massively. And then James Tom says they will fall big time. Our God is alive and great. Nature has its own way of working mathematics. That's coming from Nat Okoye. James comes back to say, I'm here in Assin North to support you, Honorable. Godsway Ahovi says, back to sender. So basically, near among for Omuka, who can say that?
Oh, say, the Omoyeno. And yet, Assin North and Kwampo, as you say, I track up baby. In fact, Minyan Crawford be from France. US, Canada, UK. Just say, Saudi Ekoswahino, they support me very strongly. You know what say? And Nipani Bibre, at the last time census, there's about 3 million Ghanaians outside.
Yeah.
A population of 30 million.
Yeah.
That's a 3 million. That's 10% of the population outside.
Yeah.
Into where a test case. Our mighty one in Ano. You support a country very much. Oshe per capita is a ba or maimu. Any outside the bo maimuno. A backbone for the economy. Nessa, Omobi be a dream say, ye bania beboa. That is. And then the number put roadblocks. Because of a CCN Nada and Amudibu mighty. Because how many say, Okwa broaching one Shian cry, Usiano cry. And how to keep a promise. Me subject me catch you say. Me Gyakye me imagine baby in Casa may way and I may wabra minye into me because of me person be to abama. Oh, I'll never do that. If you promise you have to deliver. Tians Anabu Buana say, Mama, 10 bags of cement. No, so one say, why you ready so the baby? But politics on your hand, Obejano can your PBR just to buy the vote. Or buy vote or your vote in area, 4 years unhuni bill. About to be drawn wasamba. That's not politics. That's deceit. What is it? Usi synchropho. And immediately the mafan must summarize the one say. Officer pay or banner nkrophobia niati. But I say no yeniati that all. Because short period now me no benanti. I've seen some changes, some movement going on. Because me can chronic romo. Send me can obi enforce was a promise. Into your promise no one deliver, no disrespecting nipa now promise you.
Obi baby say, I didn't hear with all the luxury unya or Canada. I didn't know ja sa nyamanu now bagana say baby uba back contesting.
Well, you see, luxury no, you can't luxury over measure. It's based on individual basis. My luxury is my people. What is it? I have lots of assets in Canada. I have houses. I have other businesses. And you know, I'm here. What is it? Luxury, yeah. Since I don't know, call baby, me catch you, say. How long Duncan Williams crowd as raw Ghana? I say no population yes 110,000 I said almost 120,000. Me crowd me could tell Domson Duncan Williams. Within a short period. When you have the love of the people, it's more than anything else. Because he say no, I've become like almost their savior. Until I can never turn my back on them. You know what I mean? Until sometimes I get even emotional for their plight. Share you to go. What is your future? Near Tran, near Wesiska. Any resources near Binmafa, near Koto asset to outside. Near the Amakugu private schools to outside. Normally, I went to Canada, I worked hard myself. And I train and I raise my kids. I didn't take Ghana's money to send my kids outside. That's the difference. Until my baha, the way be I was here, you share now with Musunya be a brabobi bono. Or see a young woman.
Alright, so on our end, yeah, wrap you up, maybe, come from Omushwell. The others who are watching via TV as well, then now, Pesa Obekachum. Mecca chat to and say, your Quayson. Vishna me fi Canada me buy 3 years ago no, and one at Damitru. And nothing can change it. The only time I bet me as someone I seen not people say they are taking their mandate away from me. Omaka say, Papa, I fed the abrewo, yendi wachi biwa. My job is done. But so long as they stand behind me, I'll never relent. And then the Omopebia in Canada, me call community be bear na 11. We drew I'm surprised I'm a bit draw. Omoba almost say, Oko Court Yachua to Mumba. Nam si then I'm in Girahe. Mean to me or some idea and Namin in Sevilla. Address. But I'm not in some in your summer. And I'm saying, no cry explain. I won't buy her 2 hours ago, say, the call called Yachimatum. Oh. And he also who say, propaganda, negative, no more, they spend crop for. Now, Namsi next time, Moba, Mumisa, Mose, Mupasa Moba, a dear Namoba Mobay, and then also can one say. May win Yamama candidate to be one some that. Personally, it's not my business. Development and more between the Abua, then Crawford Brabacoso, then also Barbacan. Now, when the message be as a Moto Abama, first years of a panic of our form, a betchinatu, Mekofa form, Yancheme, a few years of Moto Abama, a betchinatu. Some basa until they are not politically matured. This is what I've seen. They are not, and they don't have any social intent, development intent. Social intervention and all those things, you know. How many agenda be I say? It's a party, NPP is a party that is for property acquisition. Now, can property acquisition, such as yeah.
Memetia me a boga, bibi kakra me hono. na nkora bi so na so ono so no ono ne ba na me ba ye pa japade a hwan na benya bi first be ba benya bi Assin na party a wo de japade nkwa na wo hwehwe no na chese ye ni mwa na benya japade de ye nipa eno nti na wo se ye nneoma no such a way say obi oda form no ono so betumi apagya no mu na ono so na sefo abe nipa daachi na me ko join party bi a chese Chambia, ye asefo, me money asefo, and ye be show muswa. Sorry. Me money asefo, and a be show muswa. And ye correct. Because we hear any babies who are dream power with me, and if I saw about that.
Honorable, may I say thank you. But on a lighter note, I wish I can say Boga Quayson. I wish you the very best of luck.
Me odi kra o soldier.
O soldier. I didn't know I'm from O soldier.
O soldier. Say this year. Me say if you now I see 27, no more from a soldier.
I didn't hear.
Because such soldier need the old soldier. And also just he never dies.
Yeah. And a boga.
Na boga.
Boga Quayson.
A big crowd the show boy account.
So may I say,
yeah.
I wish you the very best of luck on 27th.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Alright, so viewers, there you heard the man himself, Honorable James Gyakye Quayson, the man of the people. And of course, we would have to take a quick break. We'll come back to continue the show. Stay with us on Wezo TV.
Whenever I say PENDREAM TV, PENDREAM TV, there, I see them, yopo.